How's the hand?
Good?
How's the hand, Drake?
Yeah, it's doing well. Same thing, I had a bandage on in practice, and a little tape over it, and I felt like I was throwing it pretty good. So just nothing, just a little cut, nothing anything to worthy news about. So felt good out there in practice, so that's all that matters.
We'll decide what's news, Drake.
I think it felt like nationally, your performance against Pitt kind of blew up a little bit with a lot of national people talking about it. Your game, your performance, how good you've been this year. Have you seen kind of more hype around you as a potential Heisman candidate, national award winner? Are you feeling that? You see that stuff?
No, I think overall, I think just more about the program in general. I think we're kind of making some noise. I think starting this last leg of the season off with the big home win at Pitt. I think coming off the bye, I think we haven't been good off byes recently over the years, so it's just a big win for the program. I think that just kind of comes with it. I was lucky enough to play pretty well, so that just kind of boosted it a little bit. But at the same time, a lot of people in the game play well. So
Yeah, we love the modesty. I mean, but you realize like how this kind of special season you're putting together. #1 in the nation in passing, in total offense and total touchdowns. Like you're aware of that, right? And like kind of how special this season is.
Yeah, I think it comes with the offense. I kind of picture that's just things go well throughout the season. We have the guys to do it. I just have to do my part, and I'm just trying to do my part out there and extending plays when I need to. But most of the time, I'm just on the first or second look. So it's credit to the guys around me. They're just as big as roles I am.
I'm not sure this is the right way to phrase it, but is it easier for you to be totally tunnel visioned on the next task at hand in the team? Because there is so much out there that they're asking that.
I think it's obviously it's a little difficult. Just dealing with a lot of noise and all the media. Jeremy's constantly texting me, but other than that, I think we're 7-1. We got some things that we still want to accomplish this season, so that's what we're mainly focused on, just winning games and putting our best effort, our best foot forward each week. And we got getting that UVA. It's going to be a tough one over there. I think last time we were over there we lost in a close one. I think Sam played pretty well that game. They had a huge second half. I remember they came back. So we own one, but they got a great team. They're physical. They've lost some close games and they kept it close with some good teams. So we got to come ready.
One more question on some of that stuff. Is there an interview that you've done in the last couple of weeks you're like, that's pretty cool that I did an interview with either that network or that writer or journalist?
Probably.
I thought, the interview.
Adam Smith?
yeah, they all every week. No, I thought, the interview with, I think it was maybe week 3 or 4 with Matt Leinart. We've gone through some plays. I thought that was pretty cool, just, his history and the type of player he was. Other than that, most of the guys, I'm just first meeting them or something like that. So.
That is cool with Leinart. So the throws on the run, I don't know. I mean, some of those have seemed pretty amazing to me. I mean, the throw to win the Duke game, the throw to Caleb Hood at the end of the first half at Duke, some of the throws the other night. Do you practice those? Do you when you're in practice or when you have your own time, are you out there on a full sprint throwing at a target or throwing it to somebody? How do you work on those? Or is that just something happening?
Yeah, it's something. The cues we drill, whether it's after practice or Coach Longo. Usually we drill at least once or twice a week during the practice. So he always gets mad because he wants his full sprint, which makes it realistic. And also, we'll be in 7-on-7 and stuff. It's not open. He tells us to scramble out. We call it kind of scramble drill. Just have guys come back to me or to the sideline. And some good ones also. I thirded one to Josh, in the Pitt game, and also that first possession coming out of half. Had Kumar on the sideline, pretty easy one. So, some of the better ones are kind of the highlighted ones, but also had some ones that, on the run that I wish I had back. But it's something I take pride in. Extending plays, and it's it's a big part of my game. So when something breaks down or low pressure, just it helps. Just keep things flowing and either do something with my leg or try to keep my eyes downfield.
How does Longo get mad at you? On those.
Yeah, he just he thinks we're either not getting our hips turned or our shoulder turned, and kind of going through the motions. It's usually one of the first few drills we do in practice. So we're out there. It's outside 8 a.m. So we got to warm up, make sure we stretch good because
Right.
he kind of says he does it where like he stands kind of like at the defensive end spot and he just rushes up the field. And if he touches us, he says that we have to go back and do it again. So that's the main part.
How much does your basketball history help you when you're throwing on the run? Just because so much of basketball is done moving laterally and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think obviously passing in basketball. Growing up, I used to always jump, do the jump passes, and a lot of coaches get on because sometimes end up in a turnover. But always on the move in basketball. It definitely translates to football with the ball in hands, just a different ball. But one hand passes and stuff. I think it translates definitely. Wasn't necessarily, a lot of times in basketball I like to go with my right hand, and in football, sometimes you flush, to the left side, and you got to turn across the body a little bit, which makes it a little different. But most of the time, you're going right. And, I think when you're going out the pocket to the right, it definitely helps.
Coach Longo was talking about watching you play basketball when he was recruiting you. How would you self-scout your basketball game when you were at Myers Park?
No, I was a solid high school player. Nothing crazy. I got my points here and there, but I really enjoyed high school basketball, and it was a fun time. We had some good playoff runs. My last kind of game ended with a sour taste in my mouth. We lost at home in the first round pretty bad. But I could shoot a little bit, and I just try to pass around. I like to have the ball in my hands. So
were you more of like a 3 or 4, or like a point forward, or?
Yeah, I like a point forward, I'd say.
You averaged a double-double, right? Sorry, didn't you average a double-double?
Yeah, I got in there rebound. I feel like I was trying to do my best Luke impersonation, trying to get some double-doubles. So, I'd probably say, similar to Luke. Luke probably shoots a little better than I did, but also a little more athletic. So.
And back to Adam's question about throwing the run. What's the key to being sharp at that and being really good at being accurate while moving and zipping it across your body? Obviously it comes naturally to you, but what do you think is the key to that?
I think, besides repping with the guys that you're obviously throwing to, it's kind of tough because you may be, going one way and then maybe going the next. So just kind of not predicting the path, but just trying to put out in front because a lot of times those in the run, they're messed up with like a, errant ball or missed, so accuracy is really key. So just, all Coach Longo says, kind of, picture where you want it in practice, whether we got a guy standing there or, it's a live rep, and just try to, throw that spot. So I think, it's always important to kind of try to throw a spot and be really accurate. In general, just sitting back there, but especially in the run, because, things are going to be changing. Guys probably be in your face, and it's probably just going to be one accuracy.
During the defense improved by Coach Longo, what did he tell you about this offense and what it would look and feel like, and how has that been borne out in what ways?
Yeah, he always, recruiting, he always, told my parents and myself, it's kind of similar to the Kansas City Chiefs offense. Obviously they got a big time quarterback playing there who does a lot of stuff, spectacular stuff, way better than, the one we got here. But overall, I think just the way they use their guys, they got so many different ways that they attack the defense, and same here. It makes it hard for people to game plan. Coach Everett, one of our QB, was just saying, he's got a defensive background, and if he was game planning us, and he was pulling his hair out. So just finding ways. Coach Longo always preaches, just take what the defense gives us and exploit them in whatever way we can. So I think that's kind of what we're doing. I think it's worked out pretty well. We just got on the same track.
In those first two games against South Carolina and Miami, when Sam was a true freshman, and you were a junior in high school that year, did those resonate with you at the time you were committed to Alabama? Did those kind of open your eyes as to what this offense could do and what this program could do?
Oh, no doubt. Especially, South Carolina was in Charlotte, so obviously, I didn't go to any games, any of those, but obviously heard about it, was cheering for the Heels, and was watching them, staying tuned. Even though committed out there when you would watch all the games, especially knowing Sam. So and also that Clemson game, seeing what they did there and keeping it close with a chance to go and win. So.
Can you give us a scouting report of UVA's defense?
Yeah, UVA's defense. They mix up the fronts, they mix up coverages. They don't play as it's not the best D line we're going to see, but they're still stout. We've seen some pretty good D line so far, and it's pretty similar. They got veterans again. The corner's a good player. I think they have one transfer in corner. Number 3 is playing pretty well. So, they'll mix it up. They'll go to mint, bear, and even. So we hope to try to find ways to run the ball and still like Coach Long, we just take what they give us and just try to game plan them up and still in the early process of some things. But thought we had a good practice today.
What is mint and bear? Longo mentioned that yesterday.
Yeah.
Other than like, it's
it's 3 down linemen, there'll be a 0 nose, and in bear there'll be 2 3 techniques, and in mint there'll be 2 4 eyes. So 4 eyes like inside the tackle, and 3 techniques outside the guard. So it's just barely, literally like not even a yard away, but just different placement with the defense ends.
Gotcha. And back to what he said about your recruitment, I mean, to kind of go into a little bit more, we asked Longo about it yesterday. You saw UNC kind of winning with Coach Brown and what Sam was doing. Was there anything else about UNC that made you flip, other than obviously your family connections? Like, can you kind of go into that a little bit on the recruitment there?
Obviously, the big thing was just seeing Coach Brown come back. I think one of the first few weeks, I was telling earlier, Coach Brown and Coach Black came by Myers Park, like maybe a week or 2 after Coach Brown got hired, and they came by to see me. And then, even with me being committed to Alabama, they kept recruiting me. They made me a priority, and didn't want to miss out on home state. My brother Bo was applying here, you got in, so a lot of things kind of played into it. And obviously, my parents always wanted me to come here, but they tried to let me kind of enjoy the process. But my mom and my dad, are huge Bills fans, so it just kind of worked out to be kind of meant to be.
Did you meet Michael Jordan on a recruiting visit?
Yeah, I met Mike, MJ, the GOAT.
I think it was a basketball game.
Yeah, UVA home game. Your game was Brown brought us down, and that was pretty cool. That's pretty surreal, just to kind of see the Carolina family, in a perspective. So I didn't really know what to say, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, what did he say to you? What did he say?
Yeah, I don't even remember, honestly. I think he said something, Coach Brown. We took a picture. I didn't say much. I said maybe big fan or something. So.
Drake, another road game. Road game's been tough for you all. Are y'all becoming a good road team, you think?
Say that again.
Are you all becoming a good road team? You went down.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Coach Brown was just showing us today. All 4 of our home games have been, close. 1-score games. So I think that really shows the kind of team that we've become. Speaking now, we're finding out who we are on the road, and just trying to translate that each week. Hopefully, the goal is always, to not, blow the other team out, but on the road is different. At their place, you're staying in a different, hotel. You got to go to their, on the road trip. So there's going to be a time, probably on Saturday afternoon, where we got to find ourselves and kind of reel it back in. So just trying to keep finding a way to win, and that's all that matters. They got a good quarterback and they got some receivers, so we're going to have our hands full.
Drake, building off that, what Charlie said about the road games, I mean, you're right. I mean, they haven't been perfect, and some of them have been roller coasters, but you've been able to win all 4 of them. Like, just from the standpoint, when you look at 4-0, is that a source of pride for you guys that you haven't lost on the road yet?
Oh, yeah.
I would think so.
Anytime going in someone's place and then coming out with a win is huge. The guys that walk in your trap, take over your trap. I don't know if we've necessarily taken over anybody's trap because, we're squeaking in there with some wins, but that's all that matters. Find a way. 4-0, I think Coach Brown put something in the meeting today. I think the first time, or the last time we were 5-0 on the road was maybe 97, is that right? Yeah, so it's been, 25 years since then, so I think we got a chance to do something pretty cool around here. And, we gotta, come ready. It's every Saturday you see all the upsets and stuff, so, and especially in the ACC, it's any game Saturday.
What was your perspective on the Heisman attention that Sam got last year? I mean, going into the year, some people had him as a Heisman favorite, him and Spencer Rattler. Like, as you were close with him and you saw how he handled things. What was just the perspective you got watching him deal with that attention or take on that attention?
No, I thought it was obviously, a really cool experience. Obviously, the player he was, just seeing him, watching him play, being there, knowing him play and watching him do his thing was cool. But just the way he handled it. You know, he didn't act like he's the biggest thing in the world. You know, he tried to always shoot it towards the team, and nothing he's gonna win. Not gonna happen without winning in general. So I think it's also it put a lot of anybody is Heisman favorite. Talking about preseason puts a lot of pressure on a college kid. And he was still 20 years old last year. I think he turned 21 during the season. So it's a lot of pressure. When you're out of school. With going into some tough games, and you're kind of leaned on as supposed to be the Heisman. So maybe I wouldn't say that the expectation where he didn't win it was like a letdown season, but it just kind of felt like and he did his part. He gave it his all, and I respect him, and enjoyed watching what he did.
Did you feel like it felt big for him? Like just a big thing to have to deal with?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was a big thing, because he steps up in big time moments. So I just think, like I said, it's kind of not a cloud over you. It's like something that a lot of people just keep asking, and just gets old, and a lot of people start asking, and you're just trying to worry about winning games, and especially when the event is a long time down the road, and nothing.